How? Oprah Winfrey, the first black female billionaire, became wealthy. What happens when a baby girl born in a backwoods Mississippi town, named after a biblical character but mispronounced into destiny, grows up to become the most powerful woman in media history? How does a child preacher with a pig for a parishioner transform into a billionaire mogul who made America cry, laugh, and heal, one episode at a time? This is not just a biography. This is a cinematic pilgrimage through the life of Oprah Winfrey, a woman who turned trauma into triumph, silence into storytelling, and a talk show into a cultural revolution. From the iron-fisted sermons of Grandma Hattie Mae to the emotional fireworks that got her booted from the news desk at WLAC-TV, from the Chicago studio where she dethroned Phil Donahue to the courtroom showdown with Texas cattlemen over a burger boycott. From the love story that never needed a ring to the daughters she raised without giving birth. From the glittering trophy shelf that needs its own zip code to the controversies that tried and failed to dim her light. How did Oprah survive abuse, poverty, and rejection to become the first black female billionaire? Why did she turn down marriage to the man who adored her? Before we dive in, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, follow us for more, and click the notification bell so you never miss a moment of magic. We drop powerful, intriguing stories just like this one. Let's roll the credits back to the very beginning. January 29, 1954, in the sleepy, soul-soaked town of Kosciuszko, Mississippi, where the magnolias whispered and the future of television cried her first breath. Born to Vernita Lee, a 19-year-old maid with dreams bigger than her paycheck, and Vernon Winfrey, a coal miner turned barber with a Bible in one hand and clippers in the other, the baby was named Orpah, after a biblical character. But thanks to southern drawls and a few tongue-tied relatives, Orpah became Oprah, and destiny said, "Let's roll." Vernita and Vernon were never married. Their relationship was more of a brief interlude than a love story, two young souls navigating poverty, race, and survival in Jim Crow America. Vernita, overwhelmed by the demands of motherhood and the lure of opportunity, packed up and headed north to Milwaukee, leaving baby Oprah in the care of her grandmother, Hattie Mae Lee. Hattie Mae was a woman so strict she made boot camp look like a spa retreat. She didn't believe in toys, she believed in reading, praying, and chores. Under her watchful eye, Oprah was reading by age 2.5 and preaching by age 3. Her first sermon, when Jesus rose on Easter Day. Her congregation? Chickens, goats, and one pig who reportedly repented on the spot. Oprah skipped kindergarten after writing a note to her teacher saying she belonged in first grade. She was promoted to third grade the following year. That's right, she promoted herself. The girl had moxie. At age 6, Oprah joined her mother in Milwaukee, a city that offered cold winters and colder realities. The neighborhood was rough, and Oprah's childhood was marred by poverty and sexual abuse starting at age 9. By 14, she was pregnant. Her son died shortly after birth. In a desperate bid to save her, Vernita sent Oprah to live with Vernon in Nashville, and that's where the phoenix began to rise. Vernon was strict but loving. He demanded book reports, vocabulary drills, and curfews tighter than a drum. Oprah later said, "My father saved my life." In Nashville, Oprah flourished. She joined the drama club, debate team, and student council. She won a speaking contest that earned her a full scholarship to Tennessee State University, where she studied communications. She also won Miss Black Nashville and Miss Tennessee, proving she could slay both speeches and sequins. At just 19 years old, Oprah became the youngest and first black female news anchor at WLAC-TV in Nashville, now WTVF. But her emotional delivery, tears, laughter, and the occasional "oh honey no" was too spicy for the stiff-shirted news world. The suits wanted robotic objectivity. Oprah gave them soul. So they moved her to daytime talk, where her style wasn't just accepted, it was adored. She connected with viewers like no one else. She didn't just report the news, she made you feel it. In 1984, Oprah took over a failing talk show called AM Chicago. It was tanking faster than a lead balloon in Lake Michigan. But within months, Oprah turned it around, beating out Phil Donahue, the reigning king of daytime TV. By 1986, the show was renamed The Oprah Winfrey Show, and it exploded into a cultural phenomenon. She launched Harpo Productions, Oprah spelled backward, becoming the first black woman to own her own production company. In 1996, Oprah aired an episode about mad cow disease and declared, "It has just stopped me from eating another burger." The Texas cattlemen sued her for $10.3 million, claiming defamation. Oprah didn't flinch. She hired First Amendment lawyer Charles Babcock and won the case. Her victory speech? "Free speech not only lives, it rocks." She interviewed Michael Jackson, Nelson Mandela, Barack Obama, and Tom Cruise. Yes, the couch-jumping incident. She made stars out of Dr. Phil, Dr. Oz, and Nate Berkus, turning her show into a launchpad for careers and oaths. In the glittering year of 1986, while the Oprah Winfrey Show was just beginning to conquer daytime television, Oprah met Stedman Graham at a charity event. Tall, handsome, and so polished he could have been mistaken for a runway model, Stedman was a businessman, author, and former college basketball player. Oprah's producers were suspicious. "He's too handsome," they whispered. "Must be a player." But Stedman wasn't a player. He was a gentleman. He didn't drink, didn't chase fame, and didn't mind that his girlfriend was becoming the most powerful woman in the media. In 1992, he proposed. Oprah said yes, but then she had a revelation. "I realized I didn't actually want a marriage. I wanted to be asked," she confessed in a 2020 essay. She didn't want the compromises, the day-in, day-out negotiations, the shared toothpaste. Her life was her show, her mission, her empire. "If we had married, we wouldn't be together," she said. And so they chose a spiritual partnership, a term coined by author Gary Zukov, defined by mutual growth, respect, and separate bathrooms. Stedman, ever the gentleman, stayed out of the spotlight. "I'm dedicated to her happiness," he said on the Ellen DeGeneres Show in 2019. "And I've found my own happiness too." He's the human embodiment of supportive silence, the kind of man who knows when to cheer and when to disappear. Oprah has no surviving biological children. Her only son died shortly after birth when she was just 14. But in 2007, she founded the Oprah Winfrey Leadership Academy for Girls in South Africa. These girls, bright, ambitious, and often from disadvantaged backgrounds, became her daughters in spirit. She mentors them, visits them, and celebrates their graduations like a proud mama. "These girls are my legacy," she said, and truly, they are. Oprah's awards are so numerous, they deserve their own zip code. Let's take a stroll through her glittering gallery. 19 Daytime Emmy Awards, 1987 to 2011, for excellence in talk show hosting and production. 2 Primetime Emmy Awards, including one for The Oprah Winfrey Show, Behind the Scenes. Tony Award 2016, as a producer of The Color Purple revival. Peabody Award 1995, for her outstanding contributions to broadcasting. Jean Hersholt Humanitarian Award 2011, from the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences. U.S. Presidential Medal of Freedom 2013, awarded by President Barack Obama for her cultural impact. Honorary doctorates from Harvard University 2013 and Duke University 2009. And let's not forget, in 2003, she became the first black female billionaire, and by 2007, Forbes named her the most influential woman in the world. After 25 years, Oprah ended her show in 2011. Why? Because she wanted to evolve. "I've given everything I have," she said. She launched her own network, Oprah Winfrey Network, and shifted her focus to storytelling, spirituality, and legacy. Oprah's life wasn't all roses and book clubs. She faced storms that would have sunk lesser ships. Sexual abuse revelations. Oprah was sexually abused as a child by relatives and family friends. In a groundbreaking episode of her show, she shared her trauma publicly, helping millions confront theirs. It was raw, brave, and revolutionary. Dr. Oz and Dr. Phil backlash. Oprah launched Dr. Phil and Dr. Oz into stardom, but critics later accused both of promoting pseudoscience. Dr. Oz for miracle weight loss pills, Dr. Phil for questionable therapy advice. Oprah defended their intentions but acknowledged the controversy. "You can't control what people do once they leave your house," she quipped. Weight struggles. Oprah's weight journey was public, painful, and persistent. She lost weight, gained it back, lost it again. She cried on camera, danced with a wagon of fat, and finally in 2015 bought a stake in Weight Watchers, becoming its face and board member. Her investment? $43 million. Her impact? Priceless. Oprah's story is a masterclass in resilience. From a dirt-poor farm girl to a media mogul, she turned pain into power and trauma into triumph. Her most famous quote, turn your wounds into wisdom. And she did, every single time. She taught us that vulnerability isn't weakness, it's strength. That empathy can be a superpower, and that sometimes the best revenge is living fabulously. If you love stories that stir your soul and make you laugh, cry, and cheer all in one breath, then hit that subscribe button, follow us for more, and click the notification bell so you never miss a moment of magic. We drop powerful, intriguing stories just like this one. And trust us, you won't want to miss what's coming next.